What is going on, everybody? I'm Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over social media at GBP Daily, and if you are not already, if you could please subscribe to the YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate that. It is Tuesday, December 24th. Happy Victory Tuesday, everyone. The Packers took care of business last night in a massive way, 34-0 over the Saints. Lambeau Field, everything was pretty much going perfect the entire game. The offense started off 3 for 3 on their first 3 drives, scoring a touchdown each time to go up 21-0. And at that point, the game was pretty much over. The Saints offense quite literally couldn't do anything against our defense. And let's be frank here, they are not a good football team, playing without a lot of their starters, including Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, MVS. They didn't have much of a chance to begin with in this game. And, yeah, the Packers slammed the door on them pretty early. A couple injury updates before we get into some comments here. Christian Watson left the game with a knee injury last night and is getting some tests done today to see what that's all about. Coach said during his presser last night that he is concerned about that. So not necessarily what you want to hear on the Christian Watson front. We'll find out more today, and I'll be posting everything that I see come out about him on the socials. So be sure to follow along at GBP Daily. He also gave an update on Evan Williams, who popped up on the injury report Saturday and missed last night's game with a quad injury. He said he'll be out for a little while, and they hope to have him back before the playoffs or possibly at the start of the playoffs. So not the best news on Evan Williams either. Hopefully he can be back for at least the playoffs. And then Josh Jacobs is fine after leaving the game yesterday with what looked like a hand injury. Without further ado, let's hop into the comment section here. And as always, the Nicolet Law hotline is now live. You want to be a part of the show, give me a call on the Nicolet Law hotline, 319-242-2332. The number is on the screen. I would love to hear from you. You got a Packers question, Packers comment, anything. Give me a call and join the show. My man Aaron starting us off first. Who are we playing in the wild card? Well, it looks like as it sits right now, it will be the Rams. So that'd be a tough matchup in LA. However, the last time we went there earlier this season, they were pretty banged up, but Packers fans traveled super well. Not too worried about playing the away games since, our fans do a pretty good job of traveling. And especially during that game, it looked more of like a home game as opposed to an away game. But as of right now, it's the Rams, baby. I don't care who it is. I think we're playing better than any team in the NFL right now, especially on the NFC side. The Vikes are playing pretty good, but they're kind of squeaking by teams just like the Seahawks last week. I think we're playing better than anybody else in the NFC. And with the Lions, they're getting pretty injury bit, which is unfortunate for them. A lot of injuries on their team, which you hate to see. But I don't know. I think we're right up there when it comes to talking about one of the better teams, especially on the NFC side. Thank you, Aaron, for hopping in. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Another no start, Jair. What do you know about Buck defense? Looks good still without him. Yeah, that was a big hot topic, of course, before the game yesterday. Jair Alexander missed another game, and he's dealing with that PCL injury. So we clearly didn't need him out there last night. Now that changes this weekend and heading to Minnesota. We're definitely going to need him come Sunday for what is now a 3:25 game as opposed to a noon game. It got switched. It got flexed. So hopefully he'll be back and at it on Sunday. We shall see. The practice, he practiced all week last week, practiced all week before, the week before. And yeah, at this point, I talked about it yesterday with my man Durant. I didn't think we'd see him last night, and we didn't. I hope we see him on Sunday. That's all I'll say about that. Aaron, I was there at that game, and if we play, I'll be there again out in L.A. I know you will, Aaron. Always repping, my man. Jay Barrett, I would still like to see the offense stay consistent and not play one half. The game was out of reach last night, so it didn't really matter, but I still need a full 4 quarters of offense. Yeah, that would probably be the one critique takeaway from last night's game. You know, the offense kind of stuttered, in the second half, and maybe that has to do with Josh Jacobs not being out there. I think it's a whole different offense when he's out there, and I think everybody can see that. But like you said, the game was already pretty much over. But yeah, you'd like to see them sustain a couple more drives, and they did just that towards the latter half of Jordan playing when he hit Jaden Reed for that 34-yarder, if I remember correctly. Over the Honey Badger. If they wouldn't have hit that play, yeah, it would have been a quick 3-and-out again. So, yeah, I'm with you. Like to see a full 4 quarters from the offense for sure. Thank you, Jay Barrett, for hopping in. Appreciate you, my man. What else we got? Haley, Edrin Cooper, linebacker 1. What's going on, Haley? You hit the nail on the head there. From the first defensive drive of the game, he made his presence known last night. Cooper finished with a team-high 8 tackles, and, yeah, he was all over the place. He's becoming one of the better linebackers in the entire league and hitting his stride at the perfect time. No doubt about that. So, Dave, what's going on, my man, over on YouTube? What's up, Rob? How about that game? I think we can call it right now. Cooper is a dog. Absolutely. Huge pickup in the draft this offseason. And, yeah, he's been balling out. Just wait till Quay Walker gets back, and that linebacker room is going to be one of the top rooms on our team. Those two out there at the same time, I think is going to be one of the better linebacker rooms in the league. And, yeah, hitting a stride at the perfect time, right? They still ran for 190. LL Jacobs needs to rest because it looked like he got banged up. Yeah, it looked like he went down with a little hand injury, a little arm injury. He was kind of shaking that thing out. And he talked about it last night after the game. Said, he wanted to go back in there, but the game was pretty much over. And with the short week against the Vikings, the coaching staff probably made the right decision just to kind of let him rest for the rest of that one. And it was good because I was playing him in fantasy. So I was fine with him sitting out and not continuing to rack up a bunch of points like he did right off the bat in last night's game. Oh, what else we got? Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. Marcus was hoping all week to see some Malik Willis in this game. I got my wish. Marcus, I was right there with you. I had said a few times on the show this week that I was hoping he'd get in there at the end of the game, and he didn't disappoint. Threw an absolute rope to Jaden Reed on 4th and 2 late in the game last night. I still cannot believe the Titans pretty much let him walk for next to nothing when they themselves don't have a quarterback that is good. That is as good as Malik on their roster. Just a prime example of bad teams doing bad things, staying bad, and the Titans are definitely one of those teams, unfortunately. Let's get the fact of the day rolling, shall we? It is a good one. You guys are going to like this one.
It's time for your Green Bay Packers Fact of the Day. Brought to you by TickPick. TickPick guarantees to have the lowest prices on Packers tickets. If you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use code Packers20 at checkout. That's Packers20. This promo code can only be used in the app, so make sure to download the TickPick app today.
All right, your fact of the day, Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed is the first wide receiver in Packers history to register 900-plus yards from scrimmage in both of his first 2 seasons. A lot of naysayers on the outside and even some on the inside when we took Jaden. And so far, he's putting those things to bed. So he's been an absolute beast for us. One more time, Jaden Reed is the first wide receiver in Packers history to register 900-plus yards from scrimmage in both of his first 2 seasons. Shout out to Jaden Reed and shout out to TickPick for partnering up with myself. I used TickPick for the Packers-Cardinals game I was at back in October. Used them for the Packers-Dolphins game I was at on Thanksgiving night. And we'll be using them for the Packers-Bears game that I'll be heading to in Week 18. So they put their money where their mouth is. They guarantee the cheapest Packers tickets on the markets. And if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere, they will give you 110% of your money back. Download the TickPick app. Use the code Packers20 for $20 off your order. What else we got rolling on here? Merry Christmas Eve, by the way, everybody. Hope you guys have a good Christmas. Joseph, Josh Jacobs, best signing in a long time for us. No doubt, Joseph, he is, in my opinion, our best player on the entire team. It's just, I talked about it earlier, it's just different when he's out there compared to when he's not. And he also talked about it after the game that he tries his best to set the tone at the beginning of games. And you can see it. Running hard, almost never going down on first contact. And even without playing pretty much the entire second half, he finished with 13 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown, and then also 4 catches for 38 yards. So he is an absolute menace out there and runs harder than anyone we've had in a long time. So thank you, Joseph, for hopping in. Appreciate you. My man, Phil, in the house. Nice to see all 3 backs get tutties. I agree, Phil. Chris Brooks, especially. I'm shocked that he was sitting on the Dolphins practice squad, and yeah, he does great in pass protection. He does great in the pass game. He even had a great back-to-back plays, a couple back-to-back plays last night where he was just fighting for extra yards, ends up picking up the first down. And yeah, super happy to see him get his first career touchdown, and then Emmanuel Wilson getting his 3rd touchdown this year. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air for Emmanuel Wilson this year. Nice to see, right? All the guys getting their due. So I'm right there with you, Phil. My man Durant was talking about you earlier. I think we see John Money against the Vikings for sure. Yep, I was talking about you earlier, saying, hey, we were talking about Jair yesterday. I had said I didn't really think we would see him last night. I know you were hoping we'd see him, but I'm kind of turning the page here with you. I do think he will play on Sunday. That would be my guess and my hope, of course. Need him out there against Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. So, Phil, half an hour from home. Hope you enjoyed the game last night, Phil. You could have left at halftime. Not that I am encouraging leaving early ever. I would never leave a game early. But you got a 4-hour ride home. You must have been up and at it this morning, 6:30 or so. You were on the road. Good for you, Phil. Hope you enjoyed the game last night. Tristan, Vikes, Bears up next. How are we feeling about those 2 games? Well, we talked about it yesterday. Last night's game was a perfect chance to win big, build some confidence into moving forward into the Vikings game on Sunday. And now we got a chance to beat one of the best teams in the league and just kind of keep on going. I'm feeling pretty good, especially after last night. I don't know how you can't. I know the offense didn't play lights out in the second half, and that's kind of been the theme of the last few weeks. But I'm feeling pretty good. Big win last night. Give us some confidence rolling into Minnesota for the now 325 game. And then the Bears game, hopefully in Week 18, is similar to last night. Just put those guys out of their misery. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for me today as far as the show goes. But as you know, the content never stops. I'm always posting Packers-related news all day long, every day. So be sure to follow at GBP Daily. And if you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Have a great, great Christmas. I know I've got a couple Christmases today, hitting up church here in a couple hours, and then a few Christmases, and then tomorrow, of course, Christmas Day. Love me some Christmas, absolutely. And even in a lot better spirits now with the Packers win last night, right? I will be back and at it again on Thursday. So hope you guys have a great Christmas. I look forward to seeing you all then. And until then, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.